Have you ever noticed the time when altcoins are absolutely skyrocketing while Bitcoin seems to just be cruising along? That, my friends, is what's called altcoin season. But what is it exactly? What are the indicators and charts that let you know that it's happening? In today's video, I'll provide you with tools and charts to empower you to make better decisions. Whether you're a seasoned crypto investor or just getting started, you don't want to miss this video. My name is Crypto Andy. I'm a crypto trader and enthusiast, and I make educational content to help you. So starting off, let's ask ChatGPT what altcoin season is. I went ahead and did that. Altcoin season, often referred to as alt season, is a period in the cryptocurrency market when alternative coins, cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, experience a significant increase in price and market dominance relevant to Bitcoin. Some of the characteristics of altcoin season. Altcoin seasons outperform Bitcoin. Increased market activity for altcoins. Bitcoin dominance drops. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at a chart about that. Wide market gains across the board. When does altcoin season happen? Altcoin seasons are influenced by various factors. Market cycles. Historically, altcoin season occurs after Bitcoin experienced significant growth. First Bitcoin, then altcoin season. Retail FOMO. That's funny. Innovation or hype. And then we have some tools for tracking it. So let's jump right into one of the main indicators. This one is really straightforward on blockchaincenter.net. Are we on altcoin season? Just an index, yes or no index. Kind of looks like an RSI to me. Bitcoin season is 25, altcoin season. So we're not in altcoin season. Maybe we were, and then we kind of like dropped down as of the making of this video. That's what happened. So I have this video from Lark Davis. He's a really cool dude. I recommend you watch his show. He's really, he's been there, done that kind of guy. So let's jump right into it.
Out there, guys, I know we had our flash crash this week, which was pretty crazy. To be honest, a lot of major altcoins came back down to test major areas of price support. Nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing too crazy, leverage washed out. Now we can start grinding higher once again. I want to share the key signals that I'm watching with you right now and some charts of a few altcoins that are a great example of what is coming very soon to a market near you. Have a look at this right here. This is the Bitcoin Dominance Chart. Now, this is the major confirmation signal that I have been keeping an eye on. Of course, the Bitcoin dominance has been steadily on the rise since basically the bottom of the bear market. The FTX collapse happened right around here. So we only had a slightly lower Bitcoin dominance here in September 22. Ever since then, it has been grinding non-stop higher, reaching its peak back here mid-November as the price was rallying like mad. Now, since then, we have been looking for week after week of falling Bitcoin dominance. We're down already from 61.5%, hitting a low of 54.5% the other day, currently around 56.5%.
All right, so let's look at, this is like a couple of days old. Let's look at the current BTC dominance. So let me see what I got on my crypto index here. Okay, I guess I need to Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. I need to add it. So Bitcoin, there we go. Boom. Let me get rid of that one. So Bitcoin dominance. As we saw in Lark's video, that Bitcoin dominance started to fall. But then recently, as of December 8th, it pivoted and Bitcoin dominance has started to increase. I'm on the daily chart. And I do recommend that you, if you have TradingView or whatever you're using, create a category here for crypto index. And then load it up with the following charts that we're going to go through. So Bitcoin dominance fell and a lot of altcoins started pumping. And this was really obvious if you're looking at the charts today. Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. Today is December 16th. It's pretty late at night. But Bitcoin hit a new all-time high, and then it sucked out liquidity from the altcoins, right? And then Bitcoin's price shot up. So that's one of the things about Bitcoin dominance. It'll really tell you where the money's flowing. The money right now is flowing into Bitcoin.
On the Bitcoin Dominance Chart here. Now what's interesting is zooming in and looking at these candles here. 3 big fat red weekly candles on the way down. This weekly candle here, not closed yet, of course. But look at that big wick up when, of course, the flash crash happened for altcoins. The dynamic changed quickly in their favor because Bitcoin had already had its leverage washout 3 or 4 days beforehand. Then altcoins got washed out. So that's kind of what the big wick's from. You can see that big wick up and then smashed right back down because the majority of market participants understand that right now, as much as we all love Bitcoin, I'm a big Bitcoin fan, do not get me wrong, you probably already figured that out. As much as we all love Bitcoin, Bitcoin's not where the big money is going to be made for the next 3 to 6 months. It's going to be in altcoins, okay?
If you're coming into the market right now, I would go into altcoins because what Bitcoin, if it doubles, that would be significant at like $212,000. That would be a lot of market cap. Whereas if you came into it now, then altcoins can 10x from now, right? So there's just more money to be made with altcoins.
And as we discussed at length before, the altcoin seasons, they are short, volatile, and highly profitable. You play them right. And we're now entering such a season where Bitcoin dominance will continue probably trending down. This move back up, failure to maintain that momentum up, basically immediately erased that bounce back up, really just being a confirmation of the break of the uptrend that it had been in for such a long time. So when altcoins really start moving over the next few weeks, and I've got a few more charts here supporting that thesis, you're going to have 3 to 6 months to make as much money as you can in that time during crypto. Prices should go pretty crazy, we hope, of course, unless something breaks in crypto. Well, it doesn't happen, but for all intents and purposes, we're heading towards a pretty crazy time right now. CoinVo shared this. Altcoin season is here. Bitcoin dominance, 1,050 days of Bitcoin dominance. Gosh, it's insane how this.
That really is crazy, that Bitcoin dominance. There's a 1050 on that one. It's really crazy how, cyclical they are, how these are years apart. These are like, why do they keep happening so similarly within like a 20-day variation of each other? Like what's going on with bonds and the liquidity markets? And I made a video on bonds and the bond market with Tom Lee. I'm going to link that in the description. It's just crazy to me that this keeps happening. And that they're so similar. If you like my content so far, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. If you disagree with anything I've said so far, maybe this time will be different. Go ahead and leave me a comment and tell me why you think that is.
The cycles can just rhyme sometimes, isn't it? Look at that. So it's back in 2017. We had 357 days of losing Bitcoin dominance before, of course, bottom bear market hits. Bitcoin starts to dominate once again. 2021, 371 days of Bitcoin dominance falling. Crazy. 1,050 days, again, uptrend here. Now, of course, subjective where you draw that from.
1,050 days is like the better part of 2 years.
I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but it gives you the general idea of how these periods play out. You have 3 years where altcoins do crap all, and then a year where altcoins make all the big money, baby. Hey, real quick, if you're a cryptocurrency...
All right, let's skip over that.
A little bit down, I have more to say on that in a second, but you can see the big sell-off here, right?
So this chart is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is another one of those charts that I recommend you guys have in your crypto index. Wherever I use TradingView, you should use TradingView. They've had monster deals on Black Friday. I got like 70% off for a year for Pro, what I'm really excited about. Because with Pro, you can make all kinds of charts and save them, whereas with the other ones, you really can't do that. So Bitcoin dominance fell, but the total 3 that he's talking about, to find that, you would go in here and you put in total 3, and then you get it. You'll see, and there's total 2 and a couple other ones. So total 3 means this is the altcoins, right? These are all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is the altcoin market, and we see from the November the 24th that the altcoins, really went up in price, and this drop on December 9th, the altcoins, like I said, the liquidity is being sucked out of the altcoins going into Bitcoin.
In the last few days, that was the flash crash, grinding higher now. Now, what's insane, and I have to share this with you, the total, look at this is just so nuts. The total 3 came up and literally retested the previous highs, actually put in a slightly new one, and then got rejected very, very.
Right, so we rejected from resistance, and now we're consolidating or we're heading down, depending on what you think is going to happen, right? But this is going back to years back.
Hard. So we basically just had this tiny little breakout to new highs for the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, before being smashed right back down. Boom. Boom. Very, very hard move back down. Now grinding back up. Only a matter of time before we crack back over 1.15 trillion and altcoins take off in a very serious way. Now, currently, as you see, MACD is trending down a little bit, making you think, oh gosh, we lost momentum, must all be over. Let me just come back here a little bit to a simpler time, 2020. Now you can see during this time we had multiple situations, probably most instructive to start from over here actually. This is February 21, right? So we had huge run up right here. Total 3 takes a big hit. Boom. And then grinds dramatically higher in April, takes another hit. Boom. And then in April grinds up.
Those hits are like 60%, 40% downturn on Solana. Like altcoins get wrecked beyond both. These are excellent entry points. These are great entry points, but people get wrecked. People get shaken out. Paper hands get shaken out at that point. And one of the things I heard about Altcoin season that I would like to mention now is that you'll get trained to not, to wait out the dip, but eventually the dip will it'll be so down. And then, it recovers again, right? You get trained into that, and then you just don't sell everything. And then you hold it till it breaks, till it just goes, it goes down 60, 40%, right? But then when altcoin season ends, when the bull run ends, then all altcoins lose 90% of value, 99% of value, almost all the altcoins. They've always done that. And because you're trained to wait out the downturn, then you miss it. And the real trick to all of this, trust me, I was there last time. The real trick to all of this is for you to sell everything and be happy with what you've got. My personal plan is to sell everything and then maybe have like a 20%, 15%, so I don't feel like I'm out. So I can, because I know me, right? I want to be in the action. That's what I'm like. And maybe you're like that too. And the real trick to the whole thing, to your entire bags, everything will ultimately come to you selling at a high point and staying out.
We had multiple flipovers there on the MACD for the total 3. So something to keep in mind. Now, what's probably more instructive here is the weekly MACD. The weekly can give a very, very stronger picture of what's going on. You can see back here in November 2020, we had the initial bull cross, and that ran from November all the way until May 31st when we had our inevitable bear cross. Okay? That's crazy. That's 6 months straight of insane price market action there. Now, this one had our bull cross back in October, right? So if we were to say it's going to last for a similar amount of time this time, then look for like a March top for altcoins, potentially. But right now, most important thing, that total MACD weekly is in a nice strong uptrend.
Okay, that's changed since he said that. Because the MACD is now, let me go to weekly. Oh, okay, so the MACD is, but it's falling, right? The MACD is falling. It's falling. in the daily, it's more pronounced. I suppose the daily is more negative. Like all of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, right? All of that 7 is that one candle. So this is when it starts to turn over, but doesn't mean it can't be like this, where then it reignites. That could happen, but the most recent action has been a bit to the downside for altcoins, again because it's being sucked into Bitcoin liquidity, which is a good thing, in my opinion. That's not a negative. That's a good thing.
The weekly looks very nice. If you look at this on the weekly, that's the flash crash right there. It just looks like, oh, a little blip down, retest this, whatever, blam, smashing back up. Weekly MACD showing momentum still strong, and the weekly is what's going to give you a much clearer picture of where this whole train is going right now, okay? Alt season just getting started, says Sensei. Look at this. Alt season 2016, breakout, blam. 2020, 21, breakout, blam. Right now we are just on the cusp of a breakout.
On the cusp.
The time to position yourself is definitely running short at this point. Truly.
Oh, it is.
Okay?
I agree.
Check this out. When the breakout happens, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be violent. It's going to move very, very fast, as it traditionally has. Maybe this time's different. Oh,
you're going into a crazy, violent situation. Prepare your parachute now.
Okay. Past performance not equate to future performance, but from the looks of it here, when we move on this, it's going to move really hard, and things are real crazy for a few months. And then you either sell or all your profits will disappear in the wind like tears in the rain.
Like tears into the wind.
Okay, have a look at this. This is the total market cap, so the others, the total market cap excluding the top 10 coins. Now this didn't quite retake its previous high because we've seen a lot of the money being made actually in the top 10 coins, like XRP, for example, recently having a big run. So,
oh my god, XRP has been a monster. A monster. And XRP is OG. XRP's been there forever. The fact that XRP is doing what it's doing, oh man, props to XRP. Because they've taken on the battles of the SEC more than anybody else. And that ain't easy.
The others, so these are the smaller cap altcoins, right? You got to remember the 85-90% of the total market cap of crypto is just in those top 10 coins. The rest of these coins, we've got, what, $400 billion or whatever. It's crazy. The rest of these coins are where you're going to make most of your money.
So the chart that he's looking at now is excluding. We were looking at excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Then we go to this other chart, and it's excluding the top 10 coins, which, like USDT is one of the top 10 coins, Ethereum's in the top 10, BTC's in the top 10, Solana's in the top 10, excluding those. So these are the more volatile of the altcoins. This is excluding the top, over multi-billion-dollar market cap. Some would say the real altcoins, right? The coins that are like the most volatile coins. And they say this is a better indication for altcoin market, right? So it's a very interesting chart. And it had very similar pattern to the ones that we've seen to the total 3. It's not unlike the total 3. It's exactly similar. But I'm noticing that the market cap is like 1 trillion, right? Market cap. And when you go to the other, it's less than half. It's for less than 400 billion, right? So this is 400 billion in all the other altcoins. So this is a very interesting chart. It's less market cap, but the explosive moves that these coins have are more to the upside, more to the downside. At this point, I want to break off from the video from Lark Davis. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He's great. And I want to break off into some charts that he doesn't talk about. The total crypto market cap chart, for example, this includes total exchanges, total coins tracked, total categories tracked. And one of the things about cryptocurrency is that there's a lot of things that are not included. This is not cutting clean like the S&P 500 is. It's still very free form. It's still very, you have to know where to look type deal. So this is a Bitcoin Dominance Chart. BTC makes up 50% of the bulk, so it's by size of chart, kind of like by thickness. And then the Ethereum is the next biggest one, and we have Solana. A USDC is up there, USDT in green. So that's a very interesting comparison on CoinGecko. But the one that I really love that I recently discovered myself is you can go into CoinMarketCap, and then you can go into, like, if you go into CoinMarketCap, for example, right? I could just refresh the page. It's taking forever because my signal sucks. But see these categories? These are on fire categories. These are really good for looking at specific sectors. Like, there's no indexes, right? In cryptocurrency, how there's a commodities index, there's a gold index, there's, you know, there's like a semiconductor index in the stocks. There isn't that really for crypto. There's not like everyone agrees on these indexes, right? But CoinMarketCap is like a leading website. They're very relevant. CoinGecko as well. But you can go into specific sectors. This is as close to going to specific sectors as anything. We're still in extreme greed. But if you wanted to specialize in a particular sector, this is how you do it. So they have an AI sector, which is a really hot sector. And this chart I love. You're about to see this chart. It's the best chart that I've seen for AI sector. And market cap and volume of the AI sector, it's trending down, right? Recently trending down. So if altcoin season is when you see a run up in altcoins, there are specific flows to how that goes. I'm going to make a different video on that. But we see that for AI, it's really been going down. But let's look at the meme coin one. It should be explosive because it's meme coin, right? Let's see how meme coins are doing graphically by market cap and volume. Let's see, 30 days. See how much jagged it is? Like, meme coins are very explosive, whereas the AI chart was a bit smoother with less volatility. Not meme coins. Look at me. Boom, 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 boom. Meme coins are just really explosive, and they really had their day in the sun last week, right? They've been trending down hard, but it looks like they're kind of going to resistance. But let's look at it on RWA is a very hot sector. It's part of that new narrative, real world assets and whatnot. Let's see how they do it. So last 30 days, look at how flat RWA is compared to even AI. So RWAs, there's more concentration of money going into RWAs. One of the things that new investors need to do is they need to learn how to shortlist. And this is how you do it. You take these individual sectors and you shortlist. All right, the other thing I wanted to show you was on the chart of the day. This was brought up on a video that I made with Tom Lee. I'm going to link in the description, and there's going to be a little thingy on the screen that exchanges didn't want the price of Bitcoin going over 100,000 because there was not a lot of Bitcoin over the counter. And this chart on CryptoQuant, which you guys should definitely check out, over the count balance was very low, right? It was low. And let me see, over the count balance increased, and then oof, it dropped off. So it's low. I'm going to make more videos about BTC over the counter. But circling back to altcoin season. Altcoin season is a period in time where cryptocurrency markets outperform Bitcoin. So we've seen a lot of really good charts. Bitcoin dominance. These charts I recommend you make. We went over CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin dominance. This is more tools for you. We also went into Coin. This is probably the best tip in my opinion, because when you see the different behaviors of the markets, that's an insight. Thank you for watching the Crypto Andy channel. Make sure to like and subscribe the video.